Welcome to the Godly Play Center. Avery, we're so glad that you're here in person, but we welcome everybody else who's going to be watching this. When we're in the Godly Play Center, we have a space that's just for us. And it's a place to be with God, a place to listen to God, to listen to the stories of God. And so we walk a little slower when we're in here, and we talk a little softer because somebody might be talking to God and we wouldn't want to interrupt them, or might be listening to God and we wouldn't want to interrupt them. So this is our place to be when we're telling stories. So we're going to tell a story today about how the church tells time. I wonder what time it is. You know, there's so many ways to tell time that I'm never sure what time it is. And I also wonder how the church tells time. You know, some people say the time is on a line. It has a beginning and a middle and an end. Here's the beginning, and here's the end. But this could be the beginning, and this could be the end. I know. Let's put the beginning and the end together. Tie them. And we have the way the church tells time. So we need the days that are special in the church year. So we have 3 very special days in the church year. There's Christmas and Easter and hot Pentecost. And then we have some purple Sundays. Not very many of them, but a few purple Sundays. Now at St. John's, these are blue, but these are purple for our purposes now, the purple Sundays. And then we have a few, even fewer, white Sundays. And all the rest of the Sundays are green. And here are some more, but you see, that's the secret Sunday. Okay, so those are all the Sundays of the year. You see how they're marked off. That's like a week in between. So let's start with Christmas, and it goes about right there. And then there's Easter. And then there's Pentecost, and it comes pretty close after Easter. Now, Christmas is the time that we celebrate the birth of Jesus and the mystery that God became a person. And then on Easter, we celebrate that although Christ died, he's still with us today. And then there's Pentecost, still a little hot. Pentecost, the gift of God's Holy Spirit, that we can say and do the things that Jesus did. So there are our major holidays. Now, Christmas is so special that it takes us 4 weeks to get ready for it. And these 4 weeks are called Advent, and they come right before Christmas, right here. And you notice they're right here at that knot that we put in, where the beginning and the ending and the ending and the beginning are. That's because that's where the church year starts, is right at the beginning of Advent. It also is where the cheer ends, is right at the beginning of Advent. Now, again, at St. John's, we use blue rather than purple. This is the purple that takes us even longer to get ready for Easter. It takes us 6 weeks to get ready for Easter. And these 6 weeks are called Lent. They start next week. Right there, right before Easter. Now, Easter is so special that we celebrate Easter for 6 more Sundays after Easter. And they go right in here. These are what we call the Great Sundays between Easter and Pentecost, when the Holy Spirit came. So now we've got these green Sundays, but then we also have this green Sundays that has white attached to it. And we know that must be a special something. It goes right in here, and now we're going to have to do a little sniffing around here. Okay, there we go. It goes right in here, and this is Epiphany. It comes after Christmas, not necessarily that first week after Christmas. It's usually a couple of weeks after Christmas. But we celebrate Epiphany right after Christmas, and it is when we celebrate that the whole world knew about God. It's also when we're having the Christmas pageant and all, it's when the wise men came. And then they went away and took the story with them. Now the rest of them obviously go right in here. My circle's not big enough. Right in here. And these are the Sundays after Pentecost, which is called a growing season. So, we've got Advent, which comes Advent comes just before Christmas. Christmas is when Jesus was born, and we celebrate the mystery that God became a person. And then we have Lent. Comes right before Easter. And right in here, we have Epiphany, when God was known to the whole world. Easter, and the great Sundays of Easter. Here are the words Great Sundays. Easter was when Jesus died, but he came back to be with us forever. And then we've got Pentecost, which is when we celebrate that the Holy Spirit came so that you and I and everyone could do all the wonderful things that Jesus said and did. And that season is called the season after Pentecost, or the growing time. Right in there. And that is how the church tells time. Now, you may want to work with this. I've got, that came out of one of these. You've probably seen these around if you've been up in any of the Sunday school rooms. We have these puzzles in every one of the rooms, and now you know why they're there. So you can always put this together. Or you may have something else you'd rather do. You could write in a journal, draw pictures. You could maybe make something like a big circle and see if you could make this puzzle. All sorts of things you could do. So I'm going to let you select what you want to do. I know you are going to be working on doing something special with this story so that everybody else will understand what they're going to get to see. So you may want to have this, or there's another one over there, if you would rather have that one. Whatever you would like, you are on. It is your time to do your thing. Well, I did make it big enough, didn't I? How about that? Okay, I'm gonna take it apart. Do you wanna do this? Would you like to, okay? I'll let you do it. And do you wanna do it in this, or do you wanna do it in the puzzle
I'll
board?
do it in the puzzle.
In the puzzle board? Okay.